many of you have gone to school and had to be the new student? How many of you have had to do that more than 2 or 3 times? Nice. I've had to do it 13 times. I've had many beginnings. I have had to get to know new people, let them get to know me, and talk about their lives, my lives, and that has actually created a stronger leader in me. Some of the things that you might notice, and especially right now in the environment we're in, the merger environment, is that there's likely to be change. With change, either you're going to have to adapt, and if you don't, that could mean a negative result, right? When I was growing up, I came from Colombia. One of the things that I've gained from Toastmasters is that not all of us grew up here. Some of us actually came from different countries. And that really has helped me with some of the connections with other employees here. It's kind of cool to know that I'm not the only one. Growing up, I certainly felt that way. One of the advantages I had growing up was, well, I didn't particularly look like I came from a different country until I started to speak Spanish. Y yo le dije, es que soy de Colombia, ustedes no me conocen. No? No Spanish. I had to gain everybody's trust sometime, at times, because I wasn't from this country. It was especially difficult when I was younger. I didn't know how to speak English. I had to work on my speech delivery. Now when you hear me, you don't necessarily hear the Spanish accent, and it's something I certainly had to work on. Quite difficult when you're that young, and if you speak to my mom, who came here in her 20s, she still has that really strong accent. So I'm quite grateful that I came to the United States when I was young. But to get to part of my story is I've had many beginnings. And that's actually when mine first started, when I first came to the United States. That was one of my first major beginnings, that I had to learn how to adapt and change with the culture, understand what a McDonald's was, and know that we're fast food eaters. I wasn't accustomed to that from the culture I came from. After that, I first came to the United States when I went to Las Vegas. That's where my stepfather was stationed in the Air Force. And having only been here 6 months, while I was in first grade, we had to move. We moved to Italy. We lived there for 2 years. The first year I was there, I got to go to base school, which was awesome. I had a group of friends that I got to know, and everything was fine. But after that first year, they dissolved it. And then we had to go to a different school in Naples, which required my getting up really early, again, adapting, new beginning, new friends. It was something that I didn't realize I was going to have to get accustomed to. After 3rd grade, which is where I was there in Naples, I then moved back to the States as my stepfather quit the Air Force. And then I started going to Galveston. So I went to Galveston, I was a Lion, Hartford, I was a Husky, Serine, I was a Sidewinder, which is a snake, Bogle Bulldogs, McCamey Tiger, McClintock Charger, Tempe Buffalo, and I won't go into my college mascots. But what I'm telling you is that as a result of this transfer, these changes of having to constantly meet new people, it has allowed me to become a more adaptable person. It has allowed me to deal with change a little bit better. And I would encourage all of you, as you're in this merger atmosphere, to also take this change and opportunity as something that you can redefine in your own lives. Do you need to be more social? Do you have an opportunity to present yourself to others and see what values you can bring? What have you done lately to be able to manage some of this change that is in your control? Again, one of the things I used to do is I would actually go and introduce myself to people. Either you can adapt and change, or that change will take you over. Thank you.